Hello, welcome. You're watching Channel 5 with Joe Browning, Channel 5's latest addition to the news correspondent team. I want to shed light on a pressing issue affecting many residents of Long Island, the steady rise of the cost of living. Long Island, with its picturesque landscapes, vibrant communities, and proximity to New York City, has long been a sought after destination, in particular, Port Jefferson, New York. Today we gather to embark on a journey through time to unravel the rich history of Port Jefferson, New York. Nestled along the scenic Long Island Sound, Port Jefferson has long been a beacon of maritime trade and cultural exchange. Its story begins centuries ago when Native American tribes, namely the Setaukets, inhabited these shores, then called Sawasset, and honored the land and sea that sustained them. Fast forward to the 17th century, European settlers began to stake their claim in this fertile region. Established as a trading post, and in 1682 later renamed the land Drowned Meadow. Its strategic location fostered a bustling trade network with ships laden with goods from across the Atlantic docking in its harbor. As the 19th century dawned, 1836, the land was again renamed Port Jefferson after President Thomas Jefferson and emerged as a vital hub for shipbuilding. Fueled by the whaling industry and the demand for sturdy vessels, the town flourished. Its streets flowed with merchants, craftsmen, and adventurers from far-flung corners of the globe. However, it was the advent of the railroad in the mid-19th century that truly transformed Port Jefferson into a bustling commercial center. The Long Island Railroad's arrival in 1873 connected the town to New York City and beyond, ushering in an era of unprecedented growth and prosperity. Port Jefferson's picturesque waterfront became a magnet for tourists and day trippers, drawn to its scenic beauty, charming shops, and vibrant cultural scene. The renowned Port Jefferson Ferry, established in 1883, further cemented the town's reputation as a gateway to adventure and exploration. Throughout the 20th century, Port Jefferson weathered its share of challenges, from economic downturns to natural disasters. Yet, through it all, the indomitable spirit of its residents prevailed, fostering a close-knit community bonded by a shared love for their historic town. Someone well versed and all too familiar with its unique history is Port Jefferson's very own Robert Larrabee, longtime resident, historic society member, and my beloved grandfather.
Yeah, I'm Bob Larrabee. I'm almost 70 years old now. I'm just kind of an amateur historian. Lived in Port Jeff for maybe 20 years. Always fascinated by the town and the goings on. And I was researching a lot of stuff from the 1960s when the village was kind of beaten down. Not much was going on. All of the commerce was moving up to the suburban shopping centers. And I found a fascinating 1960 economic study of Port Jefferson done by the town of Brookhaven. And they were really very focused on parking, revitalizing the commerce, and getting the village kind of into the modern age. It had kind of stagnated. And ironically, today, 2024, parking is still the major issue. People get obsessed that there has to be essentially unlimited parking very close to where they want to get to. And although the village has made improvements, I think it'll be an eternal struggle to get parking sorted out. The other thing is obviously e-commerce has severely affected the retail stores in Port Jeff. Everyone's trying a lot of different things, but most people do the bulk of their shopping now online or even in the few big boxes that are left. So they're trying to have events to bring people into the village for these events, and hopefully they will spend money in the restaurants and bars. And even back in the 60s and 70s, they had these events, and they would ebb and flow. Certain things would be very popular and then fall out of favor. But the village is constantly, I guess, in a process of trying to recreate itself. Housing is the other big issue. The village is kind of hemmed in. by topography. Most of the building lots are built. They did build a lot of apartments, but even those are controversial. People feel they're turning Port Jeff Village into Queens. And people came out to the island to escape Queens in New York City. So even these modern amenities and improvements develop controversial aspects.
As we reflect on Port Jefferson's remarkable journey, despite many of today's modern economic hardships, let us celebrate its enduring legacy and the countless individuals who have contributed to its vibrant tapestry of history. May we continue to cherish and preserve this treasure for many generations to come, ensuring that the spirit of Port Jefferson remains forever enshrined in the annals of time.